Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit ProjectClear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949.
The best of the Two Live Stews experience.
Look at this, man. We got Aunt Mimi. Most stews DNA yields back black hair. See Auntie Gertie and Auntie Mimi's hair. Shout out Auntie Mimi for listening. Oh, I really appreciate that. So she's saying most of the stewards, okay, which I am. I'm a steward. You're a steward too. She's saying most of us yield black hair. And I've been telling people for years that we found you on the step. Okay?
I knew you were going to that direction of answering.
You always deny it, but I keep telling y'all that, and it was a family secret. So Auntie Mimi just chimed in to say, and we love you, Auntie Mimi. She just chimed in to say, most of the stewards have black hair, except for Doug.
I clearly look more like our mother than you do.
Okay.
I clearly do.
Our mother's hair is black too.
Right. Okay. Hey, Auntie Mimi, thank you for joining us this morning.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chubb Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Ball. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the Metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits and Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
We have our new advertising rate sheet available. The Two Live Stews have a current reach of 50,000 people.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Here's the big thing about it. If we advertise your business. You got to remember, this is pretty much forever. It's in perpetuity because these videos are streamed and you can watch it over and over, and people can watch what we did 6 months ago and they're still going to see your advertisement. Okay?
It's
Constant. All right? So, internet-based or Atlanta-based businesses, just going to shoot you real. I mean, if you're in Arizona and you got a brick and mortar, we probably can't help you a lot, to be honest with you. Now, if you want to advertise the show just to show some love, that's cool. But an Atlanta-based business and internet-based business, check us out. Email us, okay? sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. Here, your sponsorship packages starting at $75. And you're getting a lot of value from $75. In the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, we got 40,000 people, okay? So you got 4 different levels. Level 1, $75. And really, it's still great because, once again, perpetuity. F with your boys. Okay? So if you're interested, email us. We'll send you this rate sheet, the packages, and advertise your business right here on the Two Live Stews. You see that right there? Bruh's owned.
That's right.
Every Q in America should be drinking Southern Edge. Steve Scott, Beta Mu 92, myself, Zy Spring 90, and you, Delta Kappa 92. Every broad America should scan this QR code and check out Southern Edge.
They look so sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No. I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young. Wet this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what your dream, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah. Because you look so sweet. I wish I could taste the moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet.
When you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right? So shouts out to my man Lavrell, as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right? The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent, Lavrell Hawkins, has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changers Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626.
Hey, people. Hey, people, it's your boy Chub Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat, have it on ice. Buy both bottles, have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice, nice. Mix a liqueur combo, hype. We're black owned, yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park, check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby, taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits and Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. We back, Shawty! This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, baby, we back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but them folks sat us down forcefully. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, Shawty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
I don't care what you got. Put it in your pocket and y'all get ready to go. Okay? You know you don't do this in Granite.
Okay,
and that right there knows. The last time he was here, I sent him away from here. Am I right? So you ought to told him. Am I right? I'm gonna give you 10 minutes to get out from over here in front of my house. If not, I'll bring my pistol out here and I'll shoot it. And to do nothing here unless I tell you. If you do, I got something for you.
What you got? What you got?
I tell you what, within a second, the whole yard made clear.
Wait.
That was back in the day when grandmas didn't play. And we got to thank God every minute of every day. You're in the dark. With your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, to make up of those Two Live Stews. And this is your Monday morning edition of the Two Live Stews Experience. Good morning, Creole Indian, Mocha Bella, the great Griff from A&T, and honorable mention to Rel Scott and John Dingle. Good morning, Dougie Stew. What's up, sir?
I'm fantastic, man. How about you? How are you, sir?
Absolutely.
How was the weekend? How was the weekend?
Good weekend, man. Good weekend, man. We had fall break, so we took off and went to the ATL this weekend. Mm-hmm. Spent some time with some family friends.
I saw you took some pictures of y'all at the fair. Was that this weekend?
We went to the Georgia State Fair in Perry, Georgia this past Friday.
How was that?
What a time. Oh, what a time. I mean, what a
Hey,
time.
man, I haven't been to a fair since the kids are grown now. My kids are grown. And so I haven't been to a fair probably in 20 years, maybe 15 years. The fair is one of the greatest things that you can do and take part in life.
You're a loser.
Part of.
You're a loser. You got no kids. You got no old lady. And on the weekends, you're free. You should be fair hopping all around the country. You should go to every fair in every state. But you hadn't been to a damn fair. I don't think there's anything I like more than Christmas than the fair. There's nothing. I love a day at the freaking fair.
So you think 54-year-old, soon to be 55-year-old Doug Stewart should just fair hop? I should just go to different fairs all around the country.
Every 3 to 5 years, our mother goes to Disney World or Disneyland. And she'll go with friends or she'll go by her damn self.
See, I hate when you just make up stuff.
She
I've
enjoys
never heard
it.
this before in my life.
Well, ask her. You should know your mother better than that. But, sir, at 51 years old, I didn't even ride a ride this past weekend because my back and neck can't take the rides anymore. But I love a good day at the fair. I love it. I had elephant ear. I had candy apple. I had I just ate a whole bunch of junk at the fair.
Yeah. I mean, and that's probably the best part because I never liked the rides. But I always went for the food. I always went for the food. I always went to see,
I get it. I get it. You never like the rides. Wink, wink. I get it. They got them little 4-foot signs out there. And if you're not taller than the sign, you can't get on the ride. That's why you don't like going to the ride because the people always send you away.
Show the bottle of Southern Edge.
The people turn you back.
Show the bottle of Southern Edge. Just show the bottle of Southern Edge, man.
Shout out to the good folks from Southern Edge. The Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews experience is fueled and powered by the good folks from Southern Edge. Check them out on the web at southernedgebeverageco.com. That's got to be a terrible feeling, man. When you sit down on one of them rides and you got to kick your feet. That's the QR code right there, y'all. Scan that QR code and a bottle of Southern Edge beverages will come straight to the crib.
So a lot to get into in a short amount of time. College football, NFL, Ballers Busters, Last 48. We got a top 5 we bringing back today. So I got to get out of here, at the top of the hour because I got to go make the donuts, but we're going to get as much in as we can in the last hour. Do us a favor. If you're watching the show, hit the share button. Please. Just hit the share button and share the show. That means more to us than anything else. You can say, thank you. You guys do a great show. You have a lot of fun. But really, when it comes down to it, we need you to hit the share button. Forget everything else. Hit the share button. Don't forget everything else, but hit the share button. And we really would appreciate it, man. We really would.
Got to give a huge thank you to our good folks at Bay 11 Towing, our good folks at Clear, and of course, our good folks at Southern Edge. I also heard the NPE spot earlier. Shouts out to NPE. Everyone that's advertising with the stews, we do appreciate it. You do know how to do that, and Doug will remind you here shortly. I also have to thank y'all again for this. We had a light service on Thursday at the end of the show, and we passed that plate.
Oh, yes.
Y'all came through. So we have to say thank you all for your contributions to the platform and what we're trying to do with said platform. So thank you for the contributions on Thursday when we passed the plate. And thank you to all of the sponsors that are down with the Two Live Stews. I'll get this thing started, man. This person generated 45% of their team's points last season. No matter if it was a score and or an assist, this person had one of the best rookie years of any athlete, not just in the WNBA. This person is the most important player, the most influential person, and the most impactful player in the league. And my first baller award of the day will be going to none other than Caitlin freaking Clark. Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up for Caitlin Clark. Thank you. Thank you very much. First ball award to Caitlin Clark, sir.
This is becoming weird at this point. Seriously.
First ball award to Caitlin Clark.
No, seriously.
For a rookie who didn't have no time off after getting drafted, only time off she had was during the All-Star break when they played in the Paris Olympics. She came back stronger than ever after that. This will be one of the most influential, and one of the best players to ever play in the WNBA when it's all said and done. My first Baller Award, sir, Caitlin Clark.
Their season's been over like a week and a half.
But she just got that Rookie of the Year. She just got that Rookie of the Year award where it was almost unanimous.
We had college football this weekend. You do know we had college football in NFL this weekend, and you giving up your first Ball Award to Caitlin Clark, and her team got put out of the playoffs 2 weeks ago?
She only got 66 of the 67 votes. One of them busters voted for the black chick, the tall black chick in Chicago. But shouts out to Caitlin Clark. Baller Award. Now, there's a lot of college football to get into. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. She didn't finish the season because she knew she wasn't going to win the award. She wasn't even going to finish the season. She didn't finish the season. She shut it down early. Shouts out to Caitlin Clark. A lot of college to get into, man. We'll do that, but I had to make sure that because she just got Rookie of the Year, I had to make sure that Caitlin Clark got the first Baller Award. Who's your first baller going to, sir?
That's very, very, I mean, in all of the years we've been doing this show, that last minute and a half might have been the most disturbing thing that I've ever heard come out of your mouth. I think at this point you probably need some type of help.
I got to bust the
I don't know if you're playing or you're playing or what, but it's very, very disturbing. Then you mix that in with the CTE and all of the stuff you're going through. You need to seek help. Seriously.
Buster, my first Buster Award, Kalen DeBoer, head coach of the new head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. He gets my first Buster Award. What happened on his watch this past weekend can never, ever happen in college sports.
Well, I mean, it rarely happens.
Well, it can happen. It's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
The number one team in the country gets beat by a team that ain't got no number. The number one team in the country gets beat by a team that's just a nah. If you were to talk about Vanderbilt, the Commodores, if you were to talk about them, the only thing they would do would get a
Well, I mean, they're an academic school. I mean, they're not known for sports. They're known for getting their education. And so when Vanderbilt beats the number one team in the country, not just the number one team, Alabama, it's a big story. I want to give a ball award up. Go ahead.
After coming off one of the biggest wins that the boys ever had, beating Georgia, the team that's been a powerhouse for the last 3-4 years.
But listen, you claim to be a what's it called when you bet? What's it called?
I'm a handicapper.
You claim to be a handicapper. This setup was traditional for this to happen. Maybe not to win, but to beat the spread.
Look, man,
okay, Alabama.
I took the minus 22.5. I had Bama in the minus 22.5.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have done that because this is a classic setup. Let me explain it to people watching. Alabama just had this big TV, this national TV game where they beat this top team. So all week those kids were getting pat on the back and told how great they were. And this, that,
great job, good job, guys. Great job, guys. Good job, guys.
And then so the following week they go on the road to a team that doesn't really care about football and a program that doesn't really care about football because they care about academics more. And that team's been watching this all week long. The other team's still feeling themselves. And, they played a game of their life because if they played a game of their life, they're going to get noticed. And that's exactly what happened. Vanderbilt pulls out the win, man. I didn't think they'd win, but you should definitely have gone with Vanderbilt in the points or whatever in this game.
What's that called? The
psychology.
The trap game.
Sport. Yes.
The trap game.
Trap game, exactly. That's exactly what they call it. Exactly.
Vanderbilt and the Commodores tore the goalpost down, walked it like 2 miles from the school, and threw it in the river.
Why they throw the damn goalpost in the river? Ball award to the Vanderbilt fans. Because when you've never had that experience before, damn it, we're going to do what can we do special? Right. This is special. How about let's take the goalposts and dump them in the river?
Ball award to Cedric Alexander, ran for 2 touchdowns. Ball award to Randon Fontenette, scored on a pick 6. Listen, the quarterback Diego Pavia outplayed Jalen Milrose. I mean, the game was 40-35. Outstanding game. Vanderbilt won because of defense, special teams, and offense.
You're watching the TSU's experience.
They just literally came up there and played like they knew they could win from the start of the game.
Now, they're still an SEC team.
They are.
And so I would imagine that players that go to Vanderbilt are smart, one, and two, they weren't recruited. They were good, but they weren't recruited by Florida and Alabama and Georgia and teams like that. You see what I'm saying? So they got players. It's not like this is the most craziest thing that's ever happened in the world.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy because Vanderbilt was 0-60 all time versus AP top 5 teams. 0-60 until this past weekend.
Now, speaking of which, you do understand that there's a reason why academic schools don't beat great schools like this often. Huh?
It's a new day and time, but I'm listening, but it's a new day and time.
Because they're studying.
They're busy.
They're busy. Kids that go to Vanderbilt, man, football is secondary to them. Kids that go to Georgia and Alabama is first-dairy. Okay, those kids at Alabama and Georgia and programs like that is football. At Vanderbilt, at Georgia Tech, it's academics and football. Okay, a lot of the time that they would spend, that other teams and programs would spend on the football field, the Vanderbilt players spend it in their books. Ball award to them for getting their lesson.
Commodores hadn't beaten the Crimson Tide on the field in 40 years.
Wow.
And snapped a 23-game skid by making big play after big play after big play this past weekend.
So this at the end of today's show, we're bringing back the top five biggest college football upsets in history. That's what we're going to give on later today.
Quick reminder to everybody that's hanging out in the streets tonight for Monday Night Football. The good folks at Bazooka Lounge will be doing Man Cave Monday, 7 p.m. to 11. Football, drinks, polka, and so much more. So y'all tell the folks at Bazooka we said, what up, though? Up next in the Dog Guys with the Two Live Stews. More ballers and busters. Okay. Yeah, please. No,
I'll save it when we get back from the break.
Okay, more ballers and busters from this past weekend in sports or whatever you want to deal with when you want to give your ball and buster. And the last 48. Y'all keep it locked to your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, and the Two Live Stews experience, powered and fueled by the good folks from Southern Edge Beverage Company. Keep it locked.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit ProjectClear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
Can y'all tell me what fewer allergy symptoms and better overall health for loved ones means? That means you got a healthier home. Fewer student absences due to respiratory illnesses and improved environments conducive to learning. That means you've got healthier schools. Fewer employee absences, greater employee productivity, and better customer services. That means you've got healthier businesses. What am I talking about? Clear air. That's
Clear Air.
CLEER air.com. Clearair.com is where you can go to order and purchase filters from Clear. You need to be breathing easier and living better. And Project Clear is also offering unique ways to fundraise in your community by making sure that you've got clear air. The initiative provides a means for organizations to generate much needed revenue, as well as getting the contaminants out of the air.
Lord have
Check
mercy.
with your folks at Clear Air out at projectclear.org to learn about the fundraising and to purchase your filters and make sure that your air is clear in your home or at your school or at your place of work. Go to clearair.com, CLEER air.com. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, and we back.
I need something better than Visine, man. I think this
One of
is
the
a
long
part.
weekends.
I think this is one of those things that happen when you get older. Like I can't get my eyes clear like I used to with Visine. Visine doesn't even work for me anymore, man. It was a rough weekend. Long weekend. Went out of town, went to the D.
I was going to ask you, spend a lot of time in the D. What, you going to the casino or something when you're there?
Went up there to
Did
see
you
a
go to
man.
would you go to the Lions game?
Went to see a man about a horse. And got back late last night. And cool weekend, man. I haven't been to a Lions game up there though. I do need to do that. Because I got connections. I can call Porsche, our homeboy Robert Porsche, and I'm pretty sure he can make a call or two.
You can call Porsche. Porsche get you in the suite, get you on the sideline. He can get you in the huddle on the 50-yard line.
Hey, let me ask you this question, man. What about the human? I don't know how to even describe it. What about the human spirit says to an average everyday working man, let's get together like a mob, tear down the goalposts, and march it down the street and throw it in the river? Why did that even pop up in somebody's head to do that?
They got $100,000 fine for the way their fans stormed the field. And not only did they storm the field, they tore the goalpost down and took it out of the stadium about a mile and some change away from the school and threw it in the river.
And see, this is one of the subtle differences between black people and white people. I hate to bring this up. I just thought about this.
To be specific, the Cumberland River. They threw the goalpost in the Cumberland River.
So a couple of ways that we differ in each other, our community and their community. One, when we think there's a ghost in the house, we get the F out of the house.
We're not looking for the ghost.
They go towards the ghost.
Right.
We go away from the ghost.
Exactly right.
And second, I can't ever remember seeing on TV, hearing on the radio that when FAMU beat North Carolina A&T, that the fans of FAMU tore down the goalpost, found the nearest river, marched there. They said it was a mile away.
It said it was. I may have been exaggerating a tad bit with that, but they say it was a good distance away from the stadium.
And throw the goalpost, which is going to cost your school $100. If FAMU was going to get charged $100,000, they would have locked every ninja up that participated in throwing the goalpost in the river.
Not at HBCUs, man. Y'all let kids come hop on the field, dance on the field during games.
You comparing dancing on the field with tearing down a goalpost, walking a mile away and dumping it in the river and getting your school fined $1 million?
$100,000.
That's what we're really doing.
100,000 and
same thing. Tomato.
And yeah, man, it was an epic win. It was one of the biggest wins, and it's one of the we're going to do a top 5 a little bit later, but it's probably one of the biggest wins in the history of college football.
Let me ask you this last thing. We got to move on. I got to give some ballers and busters too. We got last 48. We got.
I mean, and the reason why I gave Bama and the Buster was because they never were up on Vandy this past weekend.
Hey, man, I went to a PWI for 1 year, but my PWI was nowhere like your experience at Georgia Tech, I'm sure. Did they do things like this at Tech?
I was never blessed to see the fans tear a goalpost down while I was there.
All right, man, let's move on. Ball award to the Baltimore Ravens, man. Big win. I actually watched this game against Cincinnati, 41-38, man. It came all the way down to the very end. Derrick Henry, 15 carries, 92 yards, had a big run. at the end of that game where it really counted. I think, and Lamar Jackson, very efficient, as Lamar Jackson usually is, 26 of 42, 348 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. To all of the people say that Lamar Jackson can't throw the ball, it's just ignorant as hell to me. I mean, it's ignorant as hell. They get a big – I think Baltimore, if they can learn how to institute Derrick Henry in this offense a little bit more, I think they might be the best team in football this year.
Prior to the 92 yards that Derrick Henry ran for, I think he had 40 yards prior to that huge run. That huge run at the end of the game that they needed big time in overtime was the backbreaker. It was like a 40-plus yard run. And other than that, he was right around that 40-yard mark himself. So he didn't have a good game rushing the ball, but he did it when he needed to, and they ultimately end up beating the Bengals. So Lamar is 9-1 versus the Cincinnati Bengals. And guess who took them to win yesterday?
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, boy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, boy.
Absolutely. We didn't touch upon it. We did the show Thursday morning, and that Thursday night, the Atlanta Falcons got a big win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We talked about it on the wrap-up show. Don't forget, we do our wrap-up show with most Falcons games. Pretty much it's on the schedule to do after every Falcons home game. But Falcons get a big win. Want to give them a ball award against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now at the top of the division with the tiebreaker, beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this past Thursday night. Ball award to them. Right.
One more ball award to the Minnesota Vikings for continuing to find ways to win ball games as they did again on yesterday.
Okay. All right. Last 48. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart. Please click on the share button. We really, really would appreciate it. Hit the hearts, the thumbs up, all of those things. We really would appreciate it. Last 48. The last 48 hours, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group.
There she go right there. Hey, Caitlin. One vote away from being a unanimous Rookie of the Year. I mean, hey man, I got no beef with Angel Reese, man, but I mean, maybe her siblings have a vote, her parents have a vote.
It sounds like you do have a beef with her, which is very, very strange.
I got no beef with Angel Reese.
And
I got no beef with her. But she didn't deserve the one vote she got. She didn't.
Caitlin Clark gets every vote except for one for the WNBA Rookie of the Year award. 66 votes to 1. So go ahead.
Somebody in Chicago. Maybe somebody in Chicago voted for her, or maybe somebody in Louisiana voted for her. Sympathy vote. But congratulations to Caitlin Clark.
So if Barry Sanders was in the league, and Barry Sanders dominated in Barry Sanders fashion for the first 12 games of the season, he missed 4 games because of injury. Should that disqualify him or take him out of the running for being Rookie of the Year?
I don't.
He's still the best. You know clearly he's the best Rookie of the Year. Why wouldn't he receive votes?
Hey man, I don't know what you're talking about with Barry. I don't know why you would bring Barry into something like this. But all I know is the Rookie of the Year got the award that she deserved to get. Period. Okay. It wasn't a close. It was not a close contest.
This whole issue is I don't know whether to make you're joking or being sarcastic or
it was not a close contest when it comes to who was the undisputed. I mean, there's really not even a debate that we should be talking about when it comes to the WNBA's Rookie of the Year. I'm happy Angel Reese got 1 vote, but come on, son. Come on. Stop it.
You really feel good about this whole thing that you're doing with this Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark thing, huh? Or are you joking? I think you should just say you're joking because I think a lot of people are really taking you for your word in what you're saying.
I told you prior to the year before the season started who would win Rookie of the Year. I told you who would have an outstanding year. I told you this girl would be a baller and this girl would be able to play. You said she was too small. You said she was too slow. You said she would get her shot blocked. You said. No. This is not an act. I was telling you from day one what was going to happen, and it did. Shouts out to CC.
Gotcha. All right. Next meme tree. So he likes absolutely nothing. Laugh out loud. Talking about Coach JJ Redick on Bronny James. I like what I saw from Bronny. So Bronny had in this first preseason game, I think they had one last night, but this is in reference to the first preseason game that they had of the year. Bronny gets 2 points. He gets a couple of blocks. And after the game, the head coach, J.J. Redick, goes on and on about his great performance and playing great defense, and he had 2 points.
1 for 6. He was 1 for 6 in a loss.
1 for 6 and 2 points. And you know what? I don't want to stay on this Bronny thing all year long, because every game we can't react to what Bronny did or didn't do in a game.
But we're not
because it's going to happen. He going to play. He damn near might start. Did you see that? That there's a meme out there saying that LeBron or Bronny told LeBron that he wants to start. I don't think that's true. I think that was a made-up meme. But
why
can't,
not?
We
man, why not? If Dad got you drafted and Dad got you on the 13-man roster or 15-man roster, if Dad can do all that, and if you want to start, why not share that with Dad? Hey, Dad, I really want to start.
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, I don't think it's true, though. I don't think that's true. But you agree with me. We can't do this Bronny talk every game for 82 games like we've been doing this Caitlin Clark thing pretty much for all of their games. We can't go back and forth with this Bronny talk all year long for the NBA season.
One of the before mentioned people is a baller and the other isn't. So, no, we won't be talking about LeBron James' son, Bronny, like we talked about Caitlin Clark, because Caitlin Clark deserved to be talked about every freaking day.
You know,
Bronny James will not deserve to be talked about every freaking day.
Did you know Caitlin Clark had the most turnovers in a season in WNBA history?
She's a rookie, and that happens. She's a rookie.
No, I just told you it doesn't happen. Yeah. It's the most in WNBA history.
She also had the most assists. She also had the 45% of her team's points. She was a part of 45% of her team's points. So damn near 50% of the points that the Fever had this year was because of Caitlin Clark. If you don't stop it with that foolishness, you better than that.
We got Arlie World coming up next, or the Arlie Report. The Arlewood Report. Damn it. Coming up next. Don't go away too long, Steelers. Shit.
Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Arlie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and Poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chubb Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits. And Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Southern Edge, baby, baby. Check them out on the web, southernedgebeverageco.com.
It's Monday.
The great Southern Edge Beverage Company fuels the Two Live Stews and powers the Two Live Stews. Owned by the Bros, Beta Mu 92, Side 90, and Delta Kappa 92. Shouts out to the good folks from Southern Edge Beverage Company. Good morning, Arlewood. What up, though?
Good morning to all of the beautiful Stew Nation out there, to the handsome Douglas and Ryan. Good morning.
Thank you, Arlie.
I like your hat. How was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend?
I did. I hung out with my line sisters for our upcoming line anniversary, and it was a relaxing. The theme was relate, relax, retreat. Isn't that cute?
Oh,
I was stressed
how many
out.
years is it for y'all?
If I tell you, Doug, it's gonna be too much people. So let's say it's a lot of them. They just more than I am in age.
Okay, all right.
A lot of them. You know, I be lying about my age, Doug. And if I tell, then people gonna start adding and doing math. And I hate when people do math.
But they have no way of knowing.
Yeah, you might have
Right.
pledged as a freshman. They do that at some schools. They don't do that at
Or you could have joined the graduate chapter somewhere. I don't know, but they'll have no way of knowing all this.
all of you laugh.
You funny little man, I swear. Anyway, I set my timer, 10 minutes. We're about to get into it. What's up to all the dogs and poodles out there? It's your girl, Arlie Michelle, with the 2 Live Stews Experience and the Arlewood Report. I'm your girl, Arlie. So, it's birthday time, and it's just another sad love song wrecking my brain.
Okay, Anita Baker.
No.
No.
Who's that?
It's Tony Braxton. Tony Braxton is 50
Damn it.
today. Happy birthday to Tony Braxton. Happy birthday to Nicole Ari Parker, the little sexy, who her husband is 60, but we're gonna talk about her today. She is 54, and actress Amber Stevens, 38. Short on birthdays, but lots of happy to those people. Y'all know I love me some Tony Braxton.
One side question.
Yes.
Am I wrong to kind of discount somebody based on who they date?
Yes.
That's wrong.
Yes, that's wrong.
Well, no, you're not wrong.
Never mind, forget about it.
No, because you're talking about she was engaged to Baby and Birdman. That's what you got to say.
Yeah, like when I saw that really kind of turned me off about Tony Braxton. I've always loved Tony Braxton. I always felt like Tony Braxton is just the most beautiful woman in the world.
Birdman ain't good enough.
You hang out with Birdman?
What's wrong with Birdman? What's wrong with Birdman?
What do you mean? What's right with Birdman?
What's wrong with Birdman though?
Never mind.
What's right with Birdman? What's wrong with Birdman?
Thank you.
I have both of those things. What I say is sometimes for the good girls, the good girls, because I think she comes from the church world. Sometimes we like a little thug, and he was a lot of it. And so,
like MC Light said, a roughneck.
I had a rough joke, gotta get a rough. Hey, yes. So as Tree has directed us, guess what?
Right.
Floyd Mayweather is getting sued by one of the girls at his Girl Collection exotic dance club out in Vegas. Exotic dancer Jasmine Woodard filed a lawsuit in Clark County, Nevada court on Monday, alleging violent incident with Mayweather that happened in his Girl Collection. That seems like a harsh name. I don't know if I like it, but anyway, Girl Collection strip joint, April of 2023. Woodard said she finished up her Saturday night, approached Mayweather, was like, hey, listen, y'all have a failure to pay me for shifts that I worked earlier in the weekend and someone else with some lost wages. Mayweather popped her in the face.
What? He backhanded her?
He didn't backhand her, but slap. It was a slap because a backhand would take you down, I'm sure. But it would have been very pimp-esque if he had backhanded her. That would have been wrong.
And there are people that saw this?
Witnesses? She said there were witnesses, which she was so embarrassed. And she runs in the bathroom crying. And then he comes and says, hey, you can't take no joke. It was just jokes. But she was like, no, Ninja, you wasn't joking. And now I'm about to slap you with a lawsuit. Plus, I want my back wages because that's what I came to talk to you about in the first place.
Wow, I can't believe that.
First of all, I didn't know Mayweather had a strip club. Let's just go there. That's how slow I am. How does that even work? Like, what does that even like?
I mean, Floyd got a lot of money, and he's always showing it off.
He is Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he lives in Vegas. He's got a residence in Vegas.
But what do y'all? I personally feel like had he slapped me, I'd probably be on the floor. But maybe it's like a little love tap. I don't know. But
there's got to be more to the story. I don't think Floyd Mayweather is that dumb to slap somebody. First of all, in where there's witnesses as well.
And he's not a drinker and or a smoker, so he won't be able to lean on the fact that he was inebriated or drunk or under the influence of something.
You can say all you want, Floyd didn't graduate middle school or whatever the case may be, but Floyd is a businessman. Floyd knows how to make money. And I can't see that happening. There's got to be more to the story. We'll see.
Well, his attorney says that this word gonna come out hard for me. Vehemently. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, good job, Arlie.
Thank you. That was I didn't go to middle school either moment. Lord Jesus. He denies the allegations. And of course, I'm sure there'll be a sign out of court. I mean, a negotiation out of court settlement, because there are others there's one other young lady who's joining the lawsuit because they're talking about now back wages. It's illegal to withhold people's tips and overtime wages and things like that. That's a whole nother ball game.
And as kicked up as Floyd is, man, why he holding them people wages? Why he paying them people their money? Why they getting what they owe?
That's an accounting error. Floyd ain't doing their accounting, man.
Right. Right. And I don't, that's why I wonder why.
Go ahead.
I was about to say, I wonder why she went to him. That needs to be to the lady of the house. Isn't there like a madam or something? I don't know how that works.
No, I see what y'all are doing. I see what y'all are doing. I see what y'all are doing. So y'all are saying this is all a setup. She shouldn't even been talking to Floyd in the first place. That's the road y'all going down.
That's a brothel. That's a brothel, Arlie.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Which are legal in Vegas.
Which are legal in Vegas.
They are legal.
A lot of people don't know. I heard they were legal in Vegas. Yeah,
they are. Yeah, so we're gonna see what happens with this lawsuit. Of course, he's saying he didn't do it, and he said you can't take a joke. So it appears that on that he did actually put his hands in her face and slap up, but it was a joke. I don't know how a joke and a slap are the same thing.
There's got to be more to this, Ollie. There just has
got to be. Yes. Okay. Well, we will stay tuned to see what happens. Now, I want to talk to y'all about relationships or the lack thereof. So, as you all know, Cardi B and Offset decided they were going to finally divorce. This was in this was in August. September, they had the baby. They were at the other baby's child's birthday party. They've been very, very amenable. They've just been working together. Well, not the other night. Cardi B gets on her Instagram live and she decides I don't regret my 3 kids, but I do regret marrying you. And I hate you basically. And you make me sick. Then he comes into the chat and he is like, yeah, but you don't want to tell your fans what really happened, that you was giving up your pee. And he didn't say pee. He said you was effing, but he said you giving it up while you were pregnant. Of course, with his third child that they just had September 7th.
Giving it up with who? Another dude?
He didn't say who the dude was in the chat. Would
you listen to the story, Doug? Leave her alone. Go ahead, Earl. I'm sorry.
No. He didn't say who it was. But can you imagine having, your wife is pregnant and y'all are beefing? Because remember, she came out and said she was pregnant at the same time that she was like, and we're getting a divorce. She made this announcement. She had this pretty red dress and everybody's like, oh my God, they had done this 3 times before. So people like, oh, okay, then they were very cordial with one another. And then all of a sudden now they taking shots and it got really, really heated in their Instagram lives. Cause she said he threatening to take stuff from her. You threatening to take stuff from me. I worked hard for what I got. I don't regret marrying you in the first place, but I don't regret my 3 kids. I don't regret Cardi B saucy at the mouth. Y'all know she's saucy.
She's saucy.
It went left real quick. So now everybody's trying to figure out, because I don't know if y'all remember, there was a meme going around that she was messing around with Takeoff. And then he was saying, well, that's why I was messing with your sister. And I felt like it was AI. Right. It's getting real dangerous. It's getting real dangerous.
Cardi B don't even look the same no more. Has she been having a lot of plastic surgery and stuff? She don't look the same to me, or is it just makeup? Can we pull that picture back up one more time?
And all of them are going to the
same. You getting $250,000 in the show, man. Your face is going to change just a little bit. I mean,
that don't look like the Cardi B that first came out.
I think it just comes with the money, man. It just comes with the money. That's all.
Okay. So, what do y'all think now? What would you do? I mean, it's hard to even frame a question about that. What would you do if your significant other, while pregnant, was messing with somebody else?
That's the most disrespectful thing. Can you imagine that baby in the womb dodging? You get what I'm saying, right?
I get it.
That's the most disrespectful thing that you could do to your husband. I mean, seriously. Think about it. Your baby is in this womb dodging penises.
Right. Let's go back to the sleeping with Takeoff thing. I mean,
that's bad too.
That's pretty disrespectful.
What about it's pretty disrespectful to sleep with her sister if that happened?
I think it's terrible. I think it's absolutely real close. Terrible.
It's Bart Cardi and the sister's named after a car too. Not a car, but Cardi B's real name is Barcalis, and the other sister's like it's something else real different too. But we gotta. It's about to get real ugly, and I was so proud of them for being, because they got 3 kids that gonna see the internet forever.
That's what I was thinking. I wish they would think about their kids, because their kids are one day going to hear that mommy and daddy were wilding out, and they're going to research and read exactly what was said, how it was said, why it was said. There'll be videos. All this stuff's going to follow them forever.
10 years later, this baby approaches Cardi B. Mom, what does dodging penises mean? That's what Bobby said to me. I was dodging penises. What does that mean? Think about it, because kids are cruel. Kids are cruel. They find this out.
Yeah.
He's gonna be Buckethead Bobby. Y'all have a great week, dogs and poodles. See y'all on Thursday or Wednesday for the No Show. Check us out.
Oh yeah, give a shout out to the No Show. The time and
No Show 5 p.m. Nadia and I will see you there
right here on this network.
Shout out to the good folks from Southern Edge Beverage Company, southernedgebeverage.co.com. Don't forget about the No Show this Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Up next in the Doghouse with the 2 Live Stews. The top 5 is back, and we've got a good one today. So y'all keep it locked to your boys.
No. We got
2 Live Stews experience.
We got to finish the last 48 too.
No.
We have to. We got some good ones. What are you talking about?
You don't have time. You talk too much. You never shut up. You don't have time.
Tree on that sauce this morning. Hey, man. Go ahead, man. I'm here.
Now let's go to the break, man.
Yeah. All right.
The best of the 2 Live Stews experience.
Look at this, man. We got Aunt Mimi. Most stews DNA yields back black hair. See Auntie Gertie and Auntie Mimi's hair. Shout out Auntie Mimi for listening. Oh, I really appreciate that. So she's saying most of the Stewarts, okay, which I am. I'm a Stewart. You're a Stewart too. She's saying most of us yield black hair. And I've been telling people for years that we found you on the step. Okay?
I knew you were going to that direction of answering.
You always deny it, but I keep telling y'all that, and it was a family secret. So Auntie Mimi just chimed in to say, and we love you, Auntie Mimi. She just chimed in to say, most of the Stewarts have black hair, except for Doug.
I clearly look more like our mother than you do.
Okay.
I clearly do.
Our mother's hair is black too.
Right. Okay. Hey, Auntie Mimi, thank you for joining us this morning.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chub Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits. And Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
(404-770-6949), and what that number is the number to the good folks at Bay 11 Towing. I know it never happened to you, but just in case it does, if you find yourself on the side of the road with a flat tire, a bum transmission, or some air coming through the window that's too disturbing for you to drive, give our folks at Bay 11 Towing a phone call, 404-770-6949. What they will do is they will get to you with competitive pricing quick.
Mm-hmm.
They claim to get there before all of the competition. I've been on the side of the road calling tow companies and waiting 3 hours, not with Bay 11 Towing.
I had a horrible experience about 3 years ago, man, on New Year's Eve.
especially a night like that on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's right. And that's what their argument was everybody's,
it's New Year's Eve.
It's New Year's Eve, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, Bay 11 Towing's got several trucks. They're spread out all over the area, Metro Atlanta. And if you find yourself in a situation on the side of the road or stranded downtown or wherever you might be, give them a call at 447-770-6949. Bay 11 Towing, we appreciate you guys, man, for sure.
All right, so we got a couple more memes in the last 48. We still have to do the top five biggest college football upsets of all times. All right, this is the first one in a long time because, some things went down with it before. But there it goes. I always talk about the Jordan meme, man. Go ahead. Put it back up, Tree.
Oh, gosh.
I always talk about the Jordan meme being still funny to me all these years later.
It's the gift that keeps giving.
It's the gift that keeps on giving, man. Classic. Do you think the Jordan thing is going to die down at some point?
Somebody else will be. It'll turn into something else. It's been around for a long time now, but it'll turn into something else eventually.
Okay. All right. Next one, Tree. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience.
I think this is the last one.
A Different World sequel is under development. And it's going to be basically about Dwayne and Whitley's daughter. What do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down? You think this will catch on? And I guess it's really dependent on the story. Why you say thumbs down?
Man, some things are so great you need to leave them the hell alone. That's all. This is one of those things where you're not, it's going to be virtually impossible for the greatness of A Different World to be recreated in this baby, of this child, of those two. This is one of the ones I wish you just leave alone.
Well, I hear what you're saying, and you do make a valid point, but I think at the end of the day, it's about money. And if they think that this is a concept that people are going to latch onto, like, think about it. Like, they can talk about how it is at an HBCU now, 30 years after the fact, and how it was similar to their experience to how it's different. You see what I'm saying? I think that's interesting. I mean, they're doing all of these follow-up shows like Bel Air. They're doing a lot of these movies like they did Coming to America Again. People, it's a hook. It's a very easy hook.
So Whitley and Dwayne Wade's daughter will be talking about how the kicker and the quarterback are white at their HBCU. I mean, I just don't get it.
Yeah, maybe you won't get it. I don't know. I think I would want to watch it. I wouldn't want to watch it.
Well, I'll definitely on GP, the culture by itself, I'll give it a try.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, man.
I'll give it a try.
I thought that was Georgia Tech coming out and you and going
Not
crazy.
at all. I think certain things shouldn't try to be duplicated. That's all.
And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Any more? Yes. This is the last meme of the last 48.
Whew, boy.
Best MC out of these four. So you got Reggie Noble, a.k.a. Redman. You got Scarface, Ghetto Boys, Common, and then Cube. Which one is the best MC out of these four?
I would have to say Scarface.
Over Cube?
Or Cube.
You changed real quick. That wasn't that hard, man. You got to be definitive in your answer.
The two on my list was Scarface and or Cube, man, because Cube's put out so much good music, but the lyrics in Scarface's songs, if you just listen to them, are deep as hell.
Hey, man, and don't sleep on.
He tells a great story.
Don't sleep on Redman.
No. I love Reggie Noble.
I mean, who said it? The great Eminem. Your guy Eminem said Reggie Noble is your rapper's favorite rapper.
Right.
Redman can get it. Redman can definitely spit. I don't think I can answer this question. And I know that's not how the game is supposed to be played, but I don't think I can answer this question in good confidence, man.
No, you got it. I mean, I answered it. You made me change it, but I answered it. You got to answer it.
Put it up one more time, Tree. Please, Mel. Scarface, golly.
And I'm not disrespecting Common either. I love Common and his conscious rap. I'm not disrespecting Common at all.
I'm thinking my top 20 rappers of all time. I think I would have Cube maybe a spot or two ahead of Redman. So I'm gonna say Ice Cube.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Ice Cube.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. All right. So our top 5 is derived from what happened this past weekend, one of the biggest upsets in college football history. And so we thought, list your top 5 college football upsets of all times. Because when we left the top 5 months and months ago because of controversy, because I had the most wins, I feel like that I should be allowed to let you to decide who goes first. And so I'm deciding you go first.
I don't think you had the most wins, sir, when we started over. I think that was me. That's why you quit, because you got tired of getting beat. So I think you should go first.
Hey, Arlie, come on for a second, Arlie. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience.
Hey, y'all.
So,
hey, Arlie.
Is that the way you remember it, that Ryan had more wins than me? I've got it in my phone. I've got the number, the exact number.
I do not recall that Ryan had more than you, but I think he was inching up on you. I think when his quit and then y'all start over was the problem.
Right. But just now he just mentioned how he had more wins than me. That's why he thinks that he could go first.
Ryan is often the youngest. I have a younger brother, and I know how that goes. So you sometimes just have to go with it because your mama's going to call you and tell you to just let Ryan win anyway.
All right, Trees,
I will call Mom. I will.
Let's get my top 5. Thank you, Ollie. Let me get my top 5, Tree. Good Lord. Coming in at number 5, Georgia Southern beating Florida in 2013. Thank you. Georgia Southern beating Florida in 2013. Coming in at number 5. Number 4, the Citadel in Chucktown beating Georgia Tech in 2019. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Okay. Coming in at number 3 is the Citadel also beating the University of South Carolina in 2015.
Wait. The Citadel beat Georgia Tech when?
In 2019.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. I think it is true.
No, that's not true.
Coming in at number 3, the Citadel beating South Carolina in 2015. And number 2, App State beating Michigan in 2007. And coming in at number 1, Howard beating UNLV in 2017. HBCU beating the FBS school.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Did you do your research? Did you find it?
I did do my research, but I found that's just, I don't remember that. So I'm going to look it up a little bit later. I don't want to get thrown off from what I need to be doing when it comes to my top 5.
Okay.
I got number 5, the Howard Bison. The line was 45.5 points, and they beat UNLV, and that was in 2017. The Syracuse Orange beat Louisville in 2007. The line was 37 points, and they beat Louisville. The Temple Owls, I think you mentioned Temple, plus 35 over Virginia Tech. That was in 1998. And, of course, the biggest 2 games in the history of college football was when App State beat Michigan, plus 33. Okay, and they covered and beat them. And, of course, this past weekend, sir, the Vandy game will go down as the biggest upset in the history of college football. An unranked Vandy team. They're not doing too bad. I believe they were 500. They were a game up in the SEC. But now 22.5 points, and they not just cover, they win. They beat the number 1 team in the country, coming off of the number 1 team in the country's biggest win ever because they just beat Georgia last week. So I gave a bust award to DeBoer and the coaching staff at Alabama because that just can't happen. But shouts out to Vandy for getting it done. Here's
the problem and why I think, and we're going to post these in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group where you can vote for whose list is better. Here's the problem with your list. And number 1 in particular, Vandy is an SEC school. Right. I got HBCUs beating FBS schools. I got the Citadel, another FCS school, beating FBS schools.
Right.
Okay, and the Citadel in 2 big wins. And for people that don't even know, the Citadel is in Charleston, South Carolina, the Chuck. And they're an FCS school. And to beat an FBS school like Georgia Tech and South Carolina, especially in the state, the South Carolina one, I may have put a little bit higher. But App State beating Michigan was crazy in 2007. That was incredible. And then the Howard Bison beating UNLV in 2017 was even crazier. So I like my list, and we'll post these in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group a little bit later today. How long do we want to keep it up?
Oh, that's a good topic. And yeah, man, it did happen in 2019. I don't even.
Of course it did.
Well, you know what happens, man.
I'm a top 5 guru.
Things that are horrific, you just kind of just expunge it from your mind. You just get it out of your mind. So yeah, that's what happened with that. My bad. Okay, what were you saying?
How long you want to keep the list up? The poll up of the top 5s. Let's let y'all let you determine that, since you know.
How about the next show is Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
How about Wednesday by 5 o'clock?
Okay, so we'll have it up today by noon, and Thursday at 5.
Thursday at 5. No, Wednesday at 5.
We can't do Thursday at 5 because we would have had the show already.
Ninja, I said Wednesday at 5.
You just said Thursday at 5.
No, you said Thursday at 5. I said Wednesday at 5. Tree, can you come in real quick? I'm sorry. I just can't. I just can't. Tree, can you come in real quick? And good morning, Tree. How you doing?
Oh my God.
Tree, what did I say and what did Doug say? Just real quick, Tree.
So Ryan said Wednesday at 5. And then Doug, you said Thursday at 5. And I just want to let everybody know, because I be looking crazy on here. These gentlemen, together, the three of us created a new run to make things smooth and more enjoyable for the people. And so when I bust in and tell Douglas and Ryan that they talk too much, it's really rooted in an effort to give them what they requested of me. Except
great,
when
So okay. Thanks, Tree. Oh, thanks for coming by, Tree. But yeah, I said Wednesday at 5, and you said Thursday.
Okay.
And
I'll give you that, man. That's fine.
It's becoming problematic, man, the forgetting. And we've been doing the show now almost a year and a half, and you still don't know who Arlie is or what her report is about or what we call her report. The show's almost a year and a half in now, and
I mean, I would think that you were the last person that would tease somebody about forgetting things.
Well, I know
with your reported issue with CTE and whatnot.
You know what I'm dealing with, man.
Okay,
I mean,
so do you think that's cool to tease me about said issues?
We got to do something about it, man.
Huh?
We got to do something about it. Up next in the Doghouse with the Two Live Stews, man. Doug will be gone. Yippee! And when he's gone, we'll come back and I'll read some chat. I'll talk with Tree. I'll talk with Arlie. We'll talk with Nadi. We'll really enjoy ourselves because the oppressor will be on his way to go make the donuts. Kev brought us the HBCU report. You know why I'm going to win? Because our viewing audience doesn't even know anything about those schools. They don't know those schools play football.
They know Howard is not supposed to beat Michigan or whoever it was. They know Howard's not supposed to beat UNLV. That's all they need to know.
Right. You don't even know yourself. It's your list. You don't even know yourself.
Yeah, right. They know that. They know Howard is not supposed to beat UNLV, an FBS school, and an HBCU. They know that. So we'll put it up today and we'll see. And then what you'll do is you'll cry about something else Thursday when you lose this. Ryan.
Enjoy the donuts,
That's what's going to happen. When you lose this Thursday, you're going to find something else to cry and complain and make excuses about.
Starting to sound personal, Doug. You're better than that.
The tools of the incompetent. They build monuments of nothingness. And those who specialize in them are seldom good at anything else.
You said that wrong, but again, I mean, I expect that from you. Up next in the Doghouse with the Two Live Stews, Doug will be gone. Yippee! I'll read your chat. We'll talk about the top 5 the right way, and then we'll get out of here and let you guys start your week. Here's my top 5 right here. Make sure you vote for my top 5. Howard beating UNLV, Syracuse beating Louisville, Temple beating Virginia Tech, App State beating Michigan, and Vandy over Alabama. How dare he not have Vandy over Alabama as one of the, he always pushing his agenda. Y'all keep it locked to you boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart, and the Two Live Stews Experience. when you know what to do with what you got, you can do more with it. All right. So shouts out to my man Lavrell, as well as the World Changers, making this thing happen and getting it done with your financial needs. All right. The World Changers help empower individuals and communities throughout financial education and implementation. Your agent Lavrell Hawkins has made significant strides in the financial services industry, using his expertise to guide and support others in achieving financial stability as well as success. Lavrell uses an holistic approach that addresses the mental, physical, financial, and spiritual aspects of being in a well space and place when it comes to your finances, all right? Y'all give them a call, 919-764-4626. That's 919-764-4626. The World Changes Financials and Lavrell are dedicated to empowering you and your communities through financial education and implementation. 919-764-4626.
We have our new advertising rate sheet available. The Two Live Stews have a current reach of 50,000 people.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Here's the big thing about it. If we advertise your business, you got to remember, this is pretty much forever. It's in perpetuity, because these videos are streamed and you can watch it over and over, and people can watch what we did 6 months ago and they're still going to see your advertisement. Okay?
It's
Constant. All right? So, internet-based or Atlanta-based businesses, just going to shoot you real. I mean, if you're in Arizona and you got a brick and mortar, we probably can't help you a lot, to be honest with you. Now, if you want to advertise the show just to show some love, that's cool. But an Atlanta-based business and internet-based business, check us out. Email us, okay? sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. Here, your sponsorship packages starting at $75. And you're getting a lot of value from $75. In the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, we got 40,000 people, okay? So you got 4 different levels. Level 1, $75. And really, it's still great because, once again, perpetuity. F with your boys. Okay? So if you're interested, email us. We'll send you this rate sheet, the packages, and advertise your business right here on the Two Live Stews.
Let's be clear. A clean, healthy environment is what you and your family deserve. The truth is, our indoor air can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air, which can dramatically affect respiratory health, especially among children and the elderly. The solution is clear. Clear filters trap and remove dangerous particles from the air, keeping substances like bacteria, viruses, mold, dust, and pollen from accumulating in your home and other indoor spaces. Clear filters offer a diverse selection of filters that meet the highest industry standards. Clear filters catch even the tiniest contaminants, creating a healthier and safer breathing experience in your home and other indoor environments without compromising the integrity of your heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. Visit ProjectClear.org and take advantage of all the benefits a cleaner, healthier, pollution-free environment has to offer. And together, let's clear the air.
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. The makeup of those Two Live Stews, and Doug Stewart is now gone. See you, Doug. Happy Monday, sir. Shouts out to the good folks from Bay 11 Towing, Clear, and of course, Southern Edge. Woo. Check us out on the web at southernedgebeverageco.com to make sure you order your own bottles. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel flavored whiskey, passion berry tequila, Southern Edge Limon tequila. Got a couple of SKUs that's coming to the market. Figuring the distribution out in Georgia, being sold in South Carolina and Florida as well as Georgia. So shouts out to the good folks from Southern Edge Beverage Company. Before we go any further and read some chat, I did want to mention a couple of games that we did not talk about in detail last night. Huge game last night with Chicago. I'm sorry, not Chicago, even though Chicago did beat Carolina. Huge game last night with the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. One of the biggest rivalries in sports, and the game came down to the last 30 seconds. You find yourself at the end of the game with time clicking off the clock, and Dallas is in their own red zone trying to score. I mean, just a phenomenal game last night. My Las Vegas Raiders lose to the Denver Broncos. The Bills had another incredible game on last night where they lost to the Houston Texans. The Texans took a pretty serious injury, lost their receiver, starting wide receiver. So they're going to be struggling for a while here. There were so many good games last night, just too many to talk about. But the football this year, on the collegiate level as well as in the National Football League, has been absolutely amazing. So many games being decided by less than 3 points. So many 1-point wins, 1-point victories. So many scores that's happening with less than a minute on the clock. So literally the team that has the ball last, finding ways to win. It's been phenomenal this year. On the collegiate level, and it is your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Live Stews Experience. On the collegiate level, as a handicapper, I've decided that I'm going to change my ways. And I want everybody to listen to me for just this real quick second, okay? The guys in the professional level in the National Football League, they get a buttload of money for their job. It's their job. It's a profession. They don't have anything else, of course, other than their families and stuff to focus on every single day. But in the National Football League, it's their job. And now with these NIL deals in the collegiate level, these kids are now being paid for their services as well. And I'm just starting to think that back in the day, a coach told me, whenever you see a team like App State beat a school like Michigan, first game of the year, or a team like Vandy beat a school like Alabama, when there's something that happens, maybe the starting quarterback and his girlfriend for 2 or 3 years have decided to break up. So he's heartbroken. Maybe someone that's young and in love and engaged finds out that their girlfriend or their fiance is sleeping with their best defender on the football team. So his mind is in a scramble. So he doesn't have focus for a game that weekend. So whenever those upsets were to happen, people would point to things like that. So what I'm saying now is that in college football, these kids are making so much money, I'm wondering how much they care. I mean, there wasn't a day in my life that went by when I was on Georgia Tech's campus where I wasn't thinking about something that I could do to better my opportunities to play professional ball. Yes, I had 15 to 17 hours to take per quarter. I had to pass my classes. I had study hall. I was doing community service. I was doing stuff with the bros. You know, I had other things on my plate. But outside of my focus for football, nothing would distract me. Football was very, very, very important, okay? And I'm wondering and questioning now because every week so far this year, we're 4 or 5 games in the college football season. Every week so far this fall, we're seeing enormous upsets. I mean, it's like, teams that aren't ranked are beating ranked teams. Teams that aren't ranked are beating top 10, top 5 teams. An unranked team that doesn't have much success on the football field, like Vanderbilt, the Commodores, taking down the number 1 team in the country, a school they hadn't beaten 26, 27 opportunities or tries, a team they hadn't beaten 40 plus years. How does that just happen on the heels of this team beating the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs? It's been a phenomenal season. So what I've decided to do as a handicapper is, of course, I'll watch the games on Saturday. Of course, I'll participate and text back and forth on my text threads. But when it comes to that money, I'm done. I'm not putting no money on these college kids no more because these college kids now making money clearly is a huge distraction. It has been way too competitive with not just necessarily top 5 or top 10 teams losing to unranked teams, but the level of competition that they're seeing every single week. Georgia struggled with Kentucky. Yeah, Notre Dame got beat by NIL, by New Hampshire, or NIU, I'm sorry. So yeah, it's happening every single weekend. I'm gonna bring a couple people into the doghouse. Good morning, Ollie. How you doing?
Good morning.
How you doing, Dredge? You all right, man?
Oh, I'm great, man. How about yourself?
You're absolutely wonderful, man. I wanted to get your before I get into these text messages and y'all's thoughts about these text messages.
Nobody's text messaging.
I wanted to, well, the chat. I'm sorry, not the text. The chat. You know, Ollie.
I'm just.
I think it's to be better with just me and James. How about that? You're gonna come in here with attitude. How about that? How about you just go back to the green room, Ollie? All right. Thank you, Tree. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, Ollie.
Okay.
You were saying something, Ollie. I'm sorry.
I just hope Doug comes back from his making donuts. Just ruin your whole moment. Go ahead.
Nobody wants him here. Nobody wants him here. Your thoughts from this past weekend in the Alabama loss, Dred, or your thoughts on college football? Just your thoughts on the sports weekend from this past weekend, sir.
Oh, the sports weekend was great. You know, with college football, you got a lot of 18, 19, 20-year-olds that playing against each other. And with the transfer portal, I mean, a lot of these teams they're not that much better than the other teams. So, I mean, like you say, Kentucky almost beat Georgia, but they beat Ole Miss. So,
right.
I mean,
right.
Vanderbilt
right.
is still in the SEC. So,
yep.
I mean, on any given Saturday.
And all these teams, as you mentioned, because of this transfer portal, all of these teams are having one or two stellar players that may be getting compensated or may not be getting compensated, but these guys have been moving around. You know, these guys are on their second, third school. So there's more players spread out in college football than there's ever been in the history of college football.
Yeah, I'd be concerned about a kid that was on his third or fourth school. I mean, that's just insane. I don't think the portal was meant for that. Like going to one other school because this school wasn't working out, I get it. But to every year go to a different school, like you on a 1-year deal.
And it's like the pendulum just swinging too far. Like, you know how we try to correct something? They have overcorrected with the NIL deals and the portal. Like there's no consistency, no continuity. There's no behold, like you just don't care. And I understand these players deserve to be paid. Do not think I'm not saying that. I know college athletes who struggled in school because that's what you get. And you making these schools billions of dollars. But there has to be some guardrails put on here or something because it's going to be ridiculous. Like that's how they're going to school now. So what you gonna pay me? What about your program? What about my education? Like, what about something, especially in basketball too, with the one and dones? It's probably a little easier to do an NIL deal because you're gonna be there that 1 year and then you're gone. But for football, where you have to stay longer.
Every game I watched over the weekend, and I mentioned this last week on the show. Every game I watched over the weekend, when the announcers are talking about a specific player making a specific play, he said, "Oh, he transferred in from so-and-so. Oh, he transferred from so-and-so. Oh, this is his second team. Oh, this is his third." Everybody that they mention, they're mentioning them along with multiple schools. And it's wild.
Money. I know. I saw a Colorado practice once, and they all have their names on the back of their jersey so you can follow them or they can be monetized. And I'm like, I get it.
Yep.
But I get it. There just has to be some better regulation by the NCAA. And I had a good friend who was working there for a while, and she came in with like, we're going to make sure the HBCUs are straight, because then you got these little tiny schools that don't get the same kind of love, and people aren't trying to, maybe the smaller companies, but you're not getting the millions that some of these kids are getting. And they didn't want to hear what she had to say. Now they realize, maybe we should have had her here because she did have some sense about the whole thing. She didn't have a dog in the fight, and it makes it easier to, battle for something if you don't necessarily have a dog in the fight.
It's new, and I think they'll find a way to regulate it eventually. They're still trying to figure it out right now, but it will get regulated eventually.
Have to.
It's the Wild Wild West right now.
It is the Wild Wild West.
Hey, before I get to this chat, Dre, you about to say something? Go ahead, Dre.
No, I'm saying I don't know how they're going to regulate it. I mean, a quarterback needs his money, a wide receiver needs his money, a linebacker needs his money, and if you got it, you need to pay it. And if you pay it, he'll come to your school.
They're going to put a cap on the number.
They're going to have to.
And they're going to also put a minimum for everyone. So there's some guys on the team that ain't got no NIL deals. He's going to get a little piece of change too. He's not going to get a lot of change like a starting quarterback or starting running back or a starting star on a team, but he's going to get something. And I don't think that's being done right now.
I don't think that should be done. I mean, when it started out, it was supposed to be about who's producing the revenue. Like if you got a star quarterback and he's selling jerseys, but if you're gonna do it the way you saying, then I got to give everybody on the women's volleyball team a little something.
That's exactly right. Because think about it like this: the Utah Utes last year, when these NIL deals started coming up, gave everybody a Dodge Ram.
Oh,
everybody on the roster got a truck. Everybody got a truck. So that makes sense to me. Whereas you can't have a quarterback that's getting $2 million a year or $3 million a year, and his offensive line ain't making nothing. Eventually that's going to cause a problem.
I'm not blocking him. I'm not blocking.
I know his worth. I know his value.
I
know he touches the ball every snap, but I'm protecting him. If I'm not protecting him, he can't get the ball. I got to get something, don't I? That's how they're going to regulate.
That's going to affect Title IX. That's all I'm saying.
They're gonna have to do
these women gonna want to get a little bit of that check too, even if they're not earning revenue. And if you're not earning revenue, then I don't understand how we paying you.
Well, they're gonna have to figure something out. It's gonna have to be figured out and you can. I would be like that too. I'm over here, I'm working just as hard, getting my scholarship, and while volleyball might not be the exciting sport on campus, but I was talking, and honestly, I'm talking more in the football realm. Like you can't have me out here at the same practices, going to the same stuff, and just because my position or I wasn't like heavily recruited, like a Justin Fields, just say. But I'm still recruited and y'all have me here and I'm not going to get anything. Like, are we going to get a little something? I mean, that just doesn't make sense. And they're going to have to stop. You can't just keep jumping in and out the portal. You're going to have to stay somewhere. You got to stay there. You can't just every other week.
But again, the reason why the portal is so convenient for these players is because that's what the coaches were doing. The coaches were jumping in and out of jobs.
They're going to have to stop. Everybody's going to have to get regulated. Just wait a minute.
But they're not going to be able to stop the coaches from jumping. So that's why they're not going to be able to stop the players from jumping. Because the players are just doing what the coaches have done for 50 plus years now.
You got a mess on your hands.
Loose Neck Side in the chat says, at this point, Doug, Tree, Arlie, Noddy, and JP need to have a Caitlin Clark intervention.
Yeah.
Oh, Loose Neck Side, keep my wife out of this.
Yeah.
Job time. Turkey.
Call her. Don't worry, Loose Neck, we'll call her.
Primary Doug, not first dairy. Laugh out loud. Okay, let's see if we can get that to become a word. First diary. First dairy. Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
That was me.
I was about to say, but I'm not gonna do you like you would do me.
Say whatever you want to say today.
Don't worry about it.
Mister.
Broke the record for turnovers by 45%. Sydney Action Jackson. Yep, y'all hate on Caitlin Clark all y'all want, but I mean, we saw what happened. Okay, so y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but I watch damn near every game.
We know.
Okay. Yep.
With lust in your heart, we know.
So for those who want to openly hate and show their distaste for the young little white girl who they are not pleased with because she can ball, shame on y'all. But her numbers are her numbers.
Y'all she had a great season.
Just because if whatever.
She had a great season.
She had a great season. I think there's a lot of backlash from her fan base. A lot of her fan base are not people who care about basketball. They're just racist people who want to say degrading things to the black players in the league. And to a woman, every woman from every team has come out and say they hate playing in Indiana. They talk about the racism and how they're making basketball not fun. They appreciate the exposure, but they're not appreciating how they're being treated by some of these fans who don't care about the game, but they think they use Caitlin Clark as an excuse to berate those players, and I don't like that part at all.
Well, what can they got to do with that, Noddy? She ain't got nothing to do with that.
Of course,
she ain't got nothing to do with that.
I mean,
she started the whole mess with
indirectly. She does.
That's how the whole mess started. Now we can be disrespectful, and we all just gonna do it.
Indirectly, she got something to do with the fans that people don't like when they come to Indiana. Stop it, Noddy.
No,
if you don't stop it.
No,
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
I was just saying when she decided her whole little that thing she didn't, and wasn't it Angel Reese's face?
Well, but I mean, she didn't start the Angel Reef beef.
I'm not blaming
Yes, she
Caitlin Clark.
did.
I'm
Oh,
saying
stop it,
indirectly, meaning the media put all this attention on Caitlin Clark, and the media used her to
Right.
bring these people into the game. She was just balling. She's just doing her thing, but the
look at this.
media kind of set it up a certain kind of way. That's all I'm saying.
Another message from hating ass Arlie. People like Ryan are going to get CC's head pushed off her neck, and that love that they have for her. Whatever, Arlie.
They're gonna bow her neck
Ball award to South Carolina State Bulldogs in the MEAC. Shouts out to you, South Carolina State Bulldogs.
Oh, now you want to shout out to HBCUs.
Loose next side. I love HBCUs. Arlie.
No, you don't.
Don't get it twisted. I'm the only one in my entire family where every uncle, every aunt, every first and damn near second cousin has college degrees. They're all from HBCUs except for mine in undergrad.
We know. That's why we know you don't like them.
Yep. I grew up in HBCUs. Loose next eye. Wait a minute. Let's read the one on the screen right here. Clark had previously used the gesture in a winning game against Louisville. She responded to Reese's gesture by pointing at her ring finger. Thank you very much. Was that you, Dred, that put that up there?
No,
that means she did it first, honey. That means Caitlin did it first, not Angel.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tree.
Yep. She's still the rookie of the year, no matter what y'all say. She's still accumulating 35 of her team's points.
Yep.
I mean, she's great.
Fabulous.
She's phenomenal.
Wonderful.
Loose next side says, I know Georgia was looking at the scoreboard watching Bama lose like it was Christmas time early. That's very true. But they're still a day late and a dollar short.
I don't know why. They lost to Alabama.
Right, they lost to Alabama.
Which means they probably lose to Vanderbilt.
No,
it's not gonna happen.
I mean, I'm saying they don't. They win, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well,
you lost to a team that lost to Vanderbilt.
That's the good thing about this new 12-team process when it comes to the postseason. 12 teams will get an opportunity. So some of these teams can lose one, maybe even two games, depending on how things look. If they win their conference, they're going to get in anyway.
Correct.
So Bama, Ole Miss, and Georgia, all three of them are still a dog in the fight.
Right.
They've all had egregious losses, terrible losses, even though now Georgia's loss to Alabama isn't as bad. Well, it is as bad because they just lost to Vanderbilt. But
right.
They're still all in play, which is why everybody loves this 12-team system. Buster Award goes to Nick Saban for saying Vandy was an easy win for Bama every year. That's true. He was speaking his truth, though. FM said, y'all will see. CC Minions don't care about the WNBA, do not care or know basketball. Even don't care about the fever. CC Minions only care about white Jesus. Ooh, white Jesus.
Now Ryan is really going to be excited about that one. Don't give him material, people, please.
Jesus. Okay, I think I see something there. I like that. Truck D. They walked that goalpost down to the middle of Broadway. Okay, talking about when Vandy won and
we would have been hosed. We would have been hosed down. Hear me?
Yeah, that's not good.
Why them just going without goalposts? Just sick the dog on us, Lord.
Happy my Vikings are 5-0, but I want to see more of a killer instinct from them for late in games, and I'm still not sold on Sam Darnold, who was terrible yesterday. Sam wasn't terrible, RC. He found a way to win that ball game, and that's what you want your quarterback to do. I mean,
the defense
it's not gonna always be pretty.
Right.
Minnesota's defense found a way to win the ball game too. I mean, they picked off Aaron Rodgers 3 times, which was
Brian
huge.
Flores. Brian Flores, James. Will he get a head coaching job next year?
No, he'll never be a head coach again.
No, they're gonna have.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but he didn't play ball when he had the opportunity to play ball. You know, he exposed a lot of the stuff that goes on at the top when he was in Miami. And
so he won't give
that's part of the reason. That's part of the reason why black coaches don't oftentimes get these head coaching jobs in the NFL, because you got to know how to play ball. You got to know how to. When the owner says we want to take a loss, we want to take an L, you have to be okay with taking that L.
Yeah,
it's a business first.
Yeah.
These owners don't care about winning; they care about making money, and that's what a lot of fans need to understand. I know you want to act like they want to win every game, but that's not the truth. The truth is they want to make money for the league. You know,
I'm gonna counter to that, because the owners at the end of the day, if they do want to take losses, is not because they're losing to win money. It's because they're losing to get draft picks so they can do what? Put themselves in a position to win.
Yeah, but when
So
you already have
I
the
hear what you're
draft
saying.
pick, I mean, Miami already had the draft pick. They
Right.
didn't take the player Brian Flores wanted. You know, that was one of the big things. He wanted Justin Herbert.
Right.
They wanted Tua.
Right.
You know, that was one of the big things. But sometimes it's not your time. I'm not going to get into the politics of football. You know, people can go read the collective bargaining agreement if they want to. They can go and study these ownerships and how the league works.
Right.
If I tell you, then you'll just say I'm crazy. But I know how this thing works. I've been around for a long time now.
What I will contend is that players and coaches don't want to lose. And
You're right.
for folks that say and think that players and or coaches are trying to find ways to lose, I will vehemently disagree with that.
Correct.
Hands down all day
long. I would say this: players are not involved in what's going on. That's why in sports you can kill somebody, you can rape somebody, you can abuse somebody and still get a second opportunity. But if you gamble or you point shave, you're done. You're banned from the game because you're trying to rig on top of the rig. You know what I'm saying? You can't rig the game twice. So just understand that.
Yeah, no. If there's anything I want everybody to understand is that the players want to win.
The players are not ever involved in what goes.
And the film being filmed, which means that every game is filmed and recorded, every practice is filmed and recorded.
Yeah, but the players follow
aren't
orders.
going to keep making money or making more money if they're doing things that aren't good for the game. If they're doing things that aren't assisting their teams with getting wins, it just won't happen.
That's what I say. But the player also cannot be subordinate. So the player has to follow rules. They have to follow the plays that are getting issued to them from the coach. The coach has to follow the instructions of the presidents and the owners. So it all starts at the top.
Right.
There's a reason why the Falcons was up 28-3 and they just kept throwing the ball. Anybody who knows football knows it's time to run the ball. But when you're getting told to do a certain thing, you do that certain thing.
Well, but Jay, I mean, we could stay here all day.
Right, we could.
Yeah. But
it's simple.
Again, coaches are human. And
they want their jobs.
Sometimes humans don't do what make common sense. And they ain't got nothing to do with sports.
Sometimes they do.
Life.
Sometimes
in everyday
they do
life.
I know that Dan Quinn got a head coaching job. I know that Shanahan got a head coaching job. I know the Falcons got to host the Super Bowl. Everybody won. Everybody won except for the fans.
Right.
So and it's all good because that's business.
Yeah, but for you to insinuate that
I'm not insinuating. I'm telling you what I understand.
No, but you're insinuating that the Falcons didn't want to win the Super Bowl.
I didn't say the Falcons didn't want to win.
No, but your insinuation, that's what your insinuation is. Because they didn't run the ball, they weren't trying to win. And that's not true. Because coaches get into their game plan and they follow the script.
The script, you're correct. There's a script that you must follow. You're correct. We agree.
Shanahan wasn't saying, I'm not going to run the ball because I don't want to win. He got away from the run because he was doing something else, which he always does.
Right. He was listening to Arthur Blank, tell him what to do.
No. Tony
That's
Dorsett,
how it goes.
Cops gave Vandy an escort to riot from Tony Dorsett. Tony Braxton is a freak. She broke up the Dallas Mavericks in the 90s. That's from the Dread.
What?
That's true.
Loose Neck Side says, okay, explain that text, Dread.
Yeah, so in the 90s, Tony Braxton was supposedly dating both Jamal Mashburn and Jason Kidd, who were on the same team. They were playing for the Dallas Mavericks at the time. And this is one of the reasons why the team kind of broke up. You know, Jason Kidd ended up leaving Dallas and going to, I believe he went to the Nets.
The Nets, the New Jersey Nets.
Right. But she was dating two players on the same team. That's pretty much caused
allegedly.
I mean, it's
You saw her after dating two different people.
We'll say allegedly, but I mean, it was reported. So, yeah.
Till Dog 12 said, cut them Vandy, kiss some slack. Only thing they have to look forward to is maintaining those 5.0 GPAs. Plus, there will be Alabama students, employees one day. That's very true. Tommy Williams Jr., yes, the subtle but outright lunatic differences between Darky. Oh, my gosh. Woo, I'm not going to say that. I'm sorry, Tommy Williams. I don't know who started that one. Sydney Ashton Jackson. Clark was going to get that award whether she deserved it or not, but she deserved it, Sydney Ashton Jackson. So shut up. She deserved it. That ninja. Way too much passion over this media-created subject. I guess you're going to die on this hill. I guess he's probably referring to Caitlin Clark again. No, it's not way too much passion over it. It's called a healthy debate. And it's something that my brother and I debated for the entire year. The minute she got drafted, one of us said she'd be no good, and one of us said she'd be great. So that's why the conversations continued the entire season and into now. Because before the season even started, we had a debate about the success of this one particular person. That's where the debate's coming from. Not quite sure why people don't understand that. That ninja, we already read that one. FM. CeCe had the most turnovers in WNBA history. This is true, FM. Angel had the most consecutive double-doubles in WNBA history. This, too, is true, FM. Angel deserves her one damn MVP vote. FM, this is true. I stand corrected. He's right. I don't want y'all to think I was spraying salt on Angel Reese for her one vote, because she did have an amazing year. So, yes, she did deserve the vote that she got. Her contribution should, FM, you're right. She deserved the vote she got. Toni Braxton has always been thrown off, but she's gorgeous and can sing. That's Loose Nick Sai. Rel Scott Cardi letting people poke her baby in the head.
I don't think it's true.
I hope it's not true.
I just think it's Offset just trying to be off.
They're trying to hurt each other.
Yeah, right.
Public.
Correct.
You just said this. What can I say to top that? Oh,
right.
If I say I was smashing her sister.
They'll have another baby next year and get divorced all over again.
Yep.
We were going to the baby birthday party and got hooked up. And now
Mayweather needs to save those hands for the ring. I don't think Mayweather ever fight again till Dog 12. Let's see here. Sydney Ashton Jackson. I think a different world remake is needed. I just hope they don't let the Rainbow folks take over the show. Oh gosh. Who started that one? What's y'all's thoughts on that? The different world sequel or the being recreated? Y'all thoughts?
I did a report on it a couple of months back when it first hit. And I think it's going to be great just because those of us who loved that show when we were watching it in syndication or however it was, the Cosby Show as well, people are missing that kind of television. Now, I don't know if it'll do just like you all say the Prince of Bel-Air or Bel-Air has done where it's changed. It went from a comedy to something different. That will be, I'm interested to see the take they, have on it. But the daughter, and if she's more like her mama, if she's more Dwayne Wayne, if she's a mix, I'm curious to see who they're going to pick to play the daughter. It's going to have to be somebody with a good little caramel skin tone and some really great acting chops, and who they put the ensemble, because it was an ensemble cast. I'm excited to see what they do with it.
How about you, James?
You don't watch TV.
I mean, yeah, but with the landscape of where TV is right now and definitely how Black people are being portrayed in the media, I'm skeptical. But I mean, I'll give it a shot. I'll watch the first episode or so and see what it is.
Oh, you made a great point just now. You said that people are missing that type of TV. My question is, if you had to name a show today that is along the lines of a different world, what would it be?
I'd have to think a minute. Maybe I know I see people excited about shows like Reasonable Doubt on Hulu. It's so many channels now you can't even get to.
That's another thing.
You can't. People always, have you checked this? Have you tried this?
Right.
They mentioned this whole weekend they were talking about shows I hadn't even heard of on, the stations that we all
these platforms, streaming and all this stuff.
It is a lot of stuff. There's a show called The Black Hamptons that people watch. Saints and Sinners was really hot for a minute on Stars. I think it was on. I think it's gone now. Like it shows that we love that they're not bringing back. Like I loved Euphoria and Rap SHIT. It had SH and an apostrophe. It was a Issa Rae show. Loved it. They're not bringing it back. The people just dying out there or just gone. We don't see what happens with them. So
Right.
I don't have one. You got a show that's like that for you?
I do. Well, Young and the Restless. No, I'm sorry. I'm just joking. No, I don't think we've got that type of. There's so. First of all, you just mentioned it. There's so much programming right now.
Right.
I mean, as a matter of fact, Ollie, you're one of the people I consulted with about new shows that I hadn't seen. I have a list in my phone with people talking about these shows I have to see, these must-see shows, and the list is so long I can't even get to it because there's so many shows. There's so many options right now.
Correct.
Let me tell y'all, have y'all seen the new? So this is how we got wrapped into a show this weekend called. It's a reality show that is it? What's the quarter? Lord, Eli. Is it Eli? Which one's the older brother?
Peyton is the older one.
I think Peyton is the executive producer for it, called Receivers, and they have one for they have one for receivers, one for running backs. It's like each sit and they're following these receivers. It's very
It's on Netflix, yeah.
It's on Netflix. And I was like, see, that's why we can't get to regular everyday scripted TV because we watching so many of these people's lives. These people's lives have become like a different world or our living.
And what do we do? We're podcasting right now.
Yep.
So what's going to happen after this podcast? It's going to be posted, and people can, people that like our program, we can watch it whenever they want. So you got podcasts to watch, you got shows to watch, you got sports to watch, you got news to watch. There's just so many options when it comes to your viewing pleasure. It gets difficult.
I would say $1 Million Heist. That's one that I've been watching. Peacock with Kevin Hart and Sammy L and Terrence Howard and those guys. Yeah, that's been pretty good.
Yeah,
been pretty good.
I think I'm 2 shows into that one as well. I think it's only 3 shows though, right, Dred? To this point?
No, they're actually. I've watched 7.
You watched 7 already? Okay,
right. I watched 7.
Ryan got to catch up.
Yeah, I got to catch up. But again, there's so much programming. I watched that, and then instead of coming back to the 4th one and watching Young and the Restless and watching sports, I forget I got to go back and finish watching those.
I mean, it's only 24 hours in a day.
Right, it's too much time.
Some of you got to close your eyes. Some of them.
Right. I hate to read this one because Doug isn't here, but Doug better leave that Detroit Nutsie he's flying out to sea alone. He's not here to defend himself, loose neck, so I'm not going to mention
midget.
But it definitely sounds like there's some. It definitely sounds like there's some Nutsie involved. He spends a lot of time in Detroit.
Maybe it's Sexy Red in Detroit.
I don't think it's Sexy Red.
Oh, okay. Just check.
Brad Jordan in his prime had his own 3-part alter ego series of tracks. I started small time from Earl McDowell Jr. Ron Lee, Doug is a short-term memory of an herb smoker. That's true. He most certainly does. Ryan Reed and Chad Rail.
No, this.
That's right. Hey, Rail.
He's doing a pretty good job though today, Rail.
Yeah, I had a couple problems, but it's okay. I read a. Never mind. Q Nye Q, Zai Sai. Nope. That's Kai E. Spring 87. Good morning, friends and family. Let go get it this week on purpose. Shouts out to you, Q. Rue 87. Kai E. You know the great Bob Johnson 87. Bob Johnson's 96. I believe.
Some of these people's handles are too long. They need to shorten them. Come on, Slide, for real.
Sylvester Williams, Sly the Sports Guy.
Yeah,
you said it just rolls. Sly the Sports Guy, like Sly.
Why Chief Rocker jersey, Vern? Why you got to be all that? Why you just can't have
and he's stealing somebody's name. I think
crazy.
I got 10 more. We'll be done, man. Sylvester Clark Atlanta gets the Back to Life, Back to Reality award. Clearly, they must have lost over there at the CAU.
They won.
Julian James, they lost. They're 3-1. You said, Arlie?
No, I didn't say anything. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. Thank you very much. Julian James, where's the poll? We gave you the poll towards the end of the show before Doug left. Tree with the restart. Thank you, Tree. We needed that restart because Doug was being Doug. Julius 35C, Andrew Reese gonna be out for a reason.
Y'all be
5 years. Go ahead, Tree. What are you saying?
The restart was because you kicked my sister out of the group. And someone mentioned, if I might say this, I can't find the chat, but they said that the top 5s aren't being held up long enough for them to see what is happening. And I was trying to do that, but we're going to get it together. But if you want me to put it back up, before we go out, let me know.
You can feel free to post mine again if you need to.
Get it together, Tree.
Buster Award number 13 for Bama went off out there on the field, though. 13 did play extremely well ball. Sydney Jackson Clark's numbers are her numbers, and all them turnovers are part of her numbers, too. Exactly right, Sydney Jackson. But she accumulated for 45% of the team scoring. Every point scored.
A lot of people don't understand. When you handle the ball as much as Caitlin Clark does, you're going to turn the ball over more. That's what I don't ever understand about people in basketball. Do they understand that LeBron James is the all-time leader in turnovers?
Don't let them haters hate, man. They're trying to belittle CC. Brianna Stewart, White, is great. Say Brianna. I can't think of her. I can't say her last name. She's great. And I can't stand CC. No problem. You don't have to stand her. She's still accounted for 45% of her team scoring, whether you like her or not. Action Jackson. I mean, so y'all don't like her. What does that mean? She didn't do what she did? Y'all sound ridiculous. Lastly, Tony Dorsett. I'm still watching Reno 9/11, and I heard I need to watch Reno 9/11. Hadn't seen that. I heard that's good. I hadn't seen any of that.
Hilarious.
Shouts out to the great Doug Stewart. Appreciate you, Doug. I'm giving you an A+. Y'all make sure that you go back and vote for the Two Live Stews top 5. Vote for your boy. Doug doesn't even want y'all's votes.
He did. He politicked before he left. He wants
the great Naughty Dread. Thank you, man. You're getting an A+. Ollie, outstanding job today. Thank you. Glad you're back safe. Wonderful job, Tree. Good job. Well done. Everybody in the chat room, man, thank y'all so much for y'all's participation and all that you bring to the table. Please pass the word. Please subscribe. And please hit share. Here's my top 5. I don't believe Doug didn't put Vandy beating Bama on the list. He was overthinking it. He had all HBCU victories. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Georgia Southern is not a HBCU.
You're right. He had some FCS schools, not just FBS schools. Okay.
This is when I be in a flower. See how my petals?
God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him and need to find him and show him love, that's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. Hopefully there'll be a pop-up this week. If not, we'll see you Thursday morning, bright and early at 7 o'clock. Y'all be careful in those streets. Peace. That's why I'm coming up hard, 'cause I'm about to start a new era.